There have been absurd suggestions of bribery. Have a look at this. Is this bribery? Does this committee really think I can be bribed for a $17 knapsack?
Is that seriously your evidence? Really? You brought a backpack in by Amazon? Are you serious? Okay. We're Look, everybody. I'm willing to show you what I was given by one vendor, but I'm not going to talk about the whiskey tasting or the dinners or anything else because that would be inconvenient. I'm only going to talk about this this backpack that I was given. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to insult Amazon by saying that's a cheap thing? Maybe in retaliation, Amazon will pull their cloud services to you. Like, come on, man. Okay, get ready for the absurd today, folks, I guess. This is kind of what we were warned about. Not a backpack, but absurdity. All right, here we go.
Every single person who worked on ArriveCan was offered this souvenir.
So they were all bribed.
And this bag was disclosed to the Values and Ethics Office of the CBSA, as well as our Vice President's office.
Mr. Barrett, please, for 6 minutes. In the Auditor General's report, she said, quote, "We found situations where agency employees were involved in the ArriveCan project, were invited by vendors to dinners and other activities," end quote. Mr. McDonald, were you invited to dinners, meals, or other activities by any ArriveCan vendors? Yes or no, please?
If I was invited to any dinners or activities with vendors, I disclosed it to my supervisor.
Question, sir. The question was, and I'll repeat it for you, were you...
Ooh. Barrett getting a little snippy with McDonald.
Attaboy.
Good. Get him.
You invited?
I'm telling you the truth. I had been invited, but...
Okay, that's a yes. Mr. Rotano, were you invited to dinners, meals, or other activities?
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing at the reaction of Cameron McDonald. He was like, oops. But wait a minute, didn't Utano just hold up the backpack? The backpack was proof, everybody. It was proof.
I just think it's interesting that there's a little kid eating what appears to be strawberries behind Michael Barrett.
And I hope he's making faces at Cameron McDonald. But it's... No, like, just play this out, everybody. So Utano goes on this emotional drama rant about, oh, everyone's coming after us, and you want to see bribery? Here's bribery. Here's the backpack, and this was disclosed. You know, everything, all this is false. You know, none of this happened. Mr. McDonald, were you invited to whiskey tastings and other events? Yes. Like, you can't make this crap up. You really, really can't. Okay, let's get to the committee.
By ArriveCan vendors.
At the time during ArriveCan, no. And if any...
Were you at any time, before or after the ArriveCan project, at an event, meal, or activity with any of the vendors who were contracted by the Government of Canada to work on the ArriveCan project?
So, Mr. Chair, thanks for the question. The short answer is I was at one dinner, and that was disclosed to my boss, and which at Mindone at the time. In fact, my boss was present. So any activities or suggestions of gifts or hospitalities were openly and transparently disclosed.
You waved a bag around when you were making your opening statement. Did you bring bottles for any whiskey tastings that you were a part of?
Get him, Barrett.
I'm glad Barrett had the exact same thought as I did. Like you went through this diatribe of, oh, there's no bribery, and then here's the bag, and yeah, but you were, you accept this stuff, which you shouldn't be doing.
There are no bottles of whiskey tasting.
Did you participate in any whiskey tastings that were sponsored or paid for by vendors who were paid by the Government of Canada for the ArriveCan scandal?
Mr. Chair, this is a perfect example where things are taken out of context. And if I
Wow.
The answer would be no if it was no.
Right? Like, it's a yes or no. It's a yes or no.
could, I'd like to address the minister.
Series of questions. If you can answer the questions, I'm sure you'll have a time to get to those particular details. Did you accept free alcohol from vendors who worked on ArriveCan? Yes or no?
In the plural, no. There was one Zoom call event.
Thank you. Mr. McDonald, same question.
I had a package arrive at my house.
What was in the package?
There were little vials of whiskey.
Vials of whiskey.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like whiskey tasting to me, folks.
Vials of whiskey. It's it's probably those little ones that are like single shots. Like you get them at a mini bar. You know what I mean?
Well, and what vendors were doing during the pandemic, in order to still do this type of stuff, is they would send stuff to your house and then have a Zoom meeting, and then you all enjoy the whiskey
You all
together.
take your shots.
Yeah, that's what they were doing.
Oh,
It's stupid, and it sounds dumb because it is dumb, but that's what they were doing. And I love that Utano says, well, not in the plural, no. Okay, how about the singular? Like, the fact that this is the problem. These guys are so bad at lying, but they think they're so smart. It's crazy.
These were after contracts were in
These
place.
would be the size that you'd get at a hotel or on an airplane?
Smaller,
Okay. And how many bottles?
4 or 5.
Like the bag. These were disclosed. What was the name of the professional standards office that you referenced, Mr. Utano?
That was the Values and Ethics Office of the
Did you
CPSA.
disclose to the Values and Ethics Office your participation in and consumption of these products that were provided to you by a vendor who had been paid $20 million for work on this project?
So the disclosure happened to our VP.
Uh-huh. Here you go. This is we're trying to throw Mindone under the bus again. Well, I disclosed it to my VP. If he didn't do anything with it, I can't really help you there, sir. Unbelievable.
On
So
multiple
why-
occasions, as
why-
per the policy.
So why did the bag get disclosed but not the free drinks?
The bags were asked in advance, and we were asked if it was acceptable, and we took the steps and procedures ahead of time because we were aware of it ahead of time. The allegations and the development of this report
So you attended-
insinuates that
so
we
you-
didn't follow procedures. We did, sir.
Did you eat meals, snacks, or consume beverages at any time that were paid for by these vendors? And if so, which vendors?
Are you asking me? Yeah. So we did consume a shared platter. I had a few nachos and a couple of chicken wings and half a beer.
You know the date?
I don't have the date exactly in my
Can you
mind.
undertake to provide the date to the
It
committee?
was it would have been after we were allowed to.
Sir, I'll let you check your records and nail that down. Provide it to the committee, along with the names of anyone else who was in attendance. Mr. McDonald, same question to you, please.
Wait, so you remember exactly what you consumed off the food platter, but you don't remember the date and you don't remember the vendor?
That's just so bizarre. Like, that's so weird.
Because it's a lie. That's
Yeah, I mean, I know, but it's just, why would you try to lie in that manner? It's so obviously false.
so. Like, let me read something that I had said before. When people are this guilty, facts and lies are no longer their friends. All that is left is the ridiculous and the absurd.
I think I had 3 zucchini sticks.
Same
and
event?
half of a beer. Same event.
Only time that you shared a meal that was paid for by
That
these
was paid
vendors.
for by vendors. I just want to make sure the committee is aware, number one, in the preliminary statement of falsehoods, there are allegations that there were dinners. Those dinners were not necessarily vendor-oriented dinners or paid for by the dinners. And so that's why I'm answering the question honestly. I paid for my own meals.
Yeah, I haven't asked a question about that, but you did attend dinners with them, is what you're saying.
I have attended dinners with different vendors over the last 3 years that were disclosed per the policy to my supervisor.
Okay. It's interesting to me that the bag was disclosed to a professional standards office, but the free drinks and food were not.